All right, easy questions with Pastor JD here. I love this one. Am I really saved? Can I lose my salvation? This is a big one, and I'm going to do my best to jump in just a few minutes and try to help you understand this one. Ephesians 2, let's start with the Bible. It says this, "As for you, you were dead in your transgressions and sins, in which you used to live when you followed the ways of this world and the ruler of the kingdom of the air, the spirit who is now at work in those who are disobedient. All of us also lived among them at one time, gratifying the cravings of our sinful nature and following its desires and thoughts. Like the rest, we were by nature objects of wrath. But because of his great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ, even when we were dead in transgressions. It is by grace you have been saved." So it's by grace that we've been saved. That's huge. It's not because of what we've done, it's what God has done. So how does that play out in the context of knowing if you are really saved, or can you lose your salvation? I think it's very simple. Are you conforming to the patterns of the world, or are you conforming to the ways of heaven? It's that easy. So you might be like, well, I did and now I don't. So does that mean that I'm not saved? Hard truth here. The question really is, were you ever saved? Because if you actually had met Jesus and received his grace and mercy, then all that has passed away and you are a new creation. So I don't spend a lot of my time being like, well, am I or aren't I saved? I would ask you the question, do you know Jesus today? Not did you pray a prayer when you were in elementary school, or you got sprinkled with some water because your parents went to a traditional church when you were little. You're sealed for salvation when you believe that Jesus is who he says he is, did what he said he was going to do, died on a cross, conquered death, and rose from the grave so that we can have relationship with him. And the evidence of that is that our lives begin to look like him. So our question really isn't, am I or aren't I? It's, how am I living? Does my life reflect the transgressions of what was, or does it reflect the kingdom that I'm saying that I believe in?